It's been a few days since we said bye to the others, and still no news about Rarer, though. Where could he have slunk off to? If only he was gone for good. But with all the trouble he stirred up before, there's no way we've seen the last of him.
Hello! You must be the traveler in Paimon? Mr. Flynn has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a serious wild hunt attack over at the quarry. He thinks it's time to
The wild hunt? Oh, uh-oh! Come on, let's go!
Skyward! Scatter!
Boring! Useless!
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Doesn't count! I hadn't eaten.
May I...
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels like a soulless husk.
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable. As if the power of that energy cannon wasn't enough.
He's not seriously still getting stronger? What's his endgame here?
Ah, everyone's here already. Hey, we made it. So, what's going on?
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rarir to strike again. but it's like he just vanished into thin air. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of wild hunt activity while out here on patrol. As you can see, the crystalite itself is physically intact, but the Kuvaki it contained is all but completely diminished.
And we're sure that Rarier did that.
Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our ability to contain. The consequences could be catastrophic.
Traveler, do you remember when we encountered Rarier just after regaining his body? There wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but madness and rage.
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Then he started... Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. Oh, but the...
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he has such overwhelming strength, why would he suddenly go into hiding?
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. Unless something went wrong.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely lost their mind...
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality.
That actually sounds about right. He was ranting away to...
There are many unanswered questions here. He could, besides his name and title, we know little about him. Certainly nothing about his past, or what he might...
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin. Look, I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find...
So, if we do nothing, he'll just... Last time we had Marionette and her big robo-buddy to help us.
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla. One thing...
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis.
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rarier's goal seems to be gathered...
Wait, why he see a...
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki-rich ore, was it not?
That's right. Yes, it...
Splitting up's always gonna be risky, but...
And if we do run into...
That's when you follow the third rule of treasure hunting.
Didn't you say the
I don't know.
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rarier...
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa, let's go!
Bring it!
Any lead?
Nope. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Ugh.
So, You guys didn't find anything?
Not loving the word either.
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual, almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that...
He's been biding his time for a while now.
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all...
All we can do now is hope that I know... Wait, he's actually here? I didn't mean it!
No. Silver Moon Hall! The Lady Kuthar might be in danger!
Let's get over there! Quick! Why is he attacking the damselette? What's going on?
No time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kuthar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now, you shall plunge into darkness. Felindus, soon, I will find a way.
Watch out!
Barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by
I have a question. When me and Anefa showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her.
We weren't there for the whole thing either.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated.
Kuthar, can you shed any light?
Kuthar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the Moon Goddess? Oh, no.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon. I've never met that person before. But there was no why he holds me in such contempt. I cannot say.
Kuthar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the Traveler. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you. But right now, devising a counter-strategy should be our #1 priority.
A counter-strategy? We don't stand a chance against... Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world. No, I can't say that. Come on.
Running is our only...
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice?
Well, I mean...
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time.
Wait, what?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers. What is it? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess.
We can't just roll over and let...
Yeah, we can't just... Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little...
Rira's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Muskutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But...
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change. After much reflection, I've realized any relationship... You were born here.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be... Very well then. I'll do as you say.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the Moon Goddess?
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely rejected by the world. My power is dwindling. Like a...
What do you mean, rejected?
The three moons belonged to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment the three moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the... Yet moonlight has a way of... Each can reflect the other's glow. So when our fingers touched, I was able to restore my strength by drawing Kuvaki from the eternal moon's marrow. But this method of recovery is painfully slow. If only we could find the...
It's the Wild Hunt!
Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this
See how those Wild Hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just...
Then what are we waiting for?
Lush is the moonlight.
Ding-dong weather bomb!
Annihilation mode.
They just keep coming! This is driving me nuts!
The rear's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't go back on Kutar's house to escape! This goes on much longer.
Rainbow!
Ultimatum protocol.
Be silent.
By the frost moon of old, you poor lost land.
Ding-dong weather bomb!
Preparing for dust up. Defensive mode engaged.
Leave this place with one heart in
Rush attack!
Beware the creatures of the night. Observe to dust. Be silent. Night falls.
Annihilation mode. Insulation.
Rainbow!
By the frost moon of old,
The night comes. Observe. Be silent.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Hold up! Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir?
Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all...
Oh, is that...
That's the one. Come on, move!
Wow! Where are we? This...
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcr, aka the Black Market of Intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are as an expeditionary force on foreign soil. Working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on... Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming. You look way younger than Paimon expected. But you definitely have that Grand Master vibe.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsvartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight.
Another?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to... My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt. The rest...
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvak?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering...
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating...
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nodcry?
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity in Nodcry... that's a lot to take in. Need some...
I'm truly sorry. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt, and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a...
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still... And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the time... But now that a new variable has come into play...
A new variable?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild... That said, while I know I was explaining everything just now, some of the...
You mean about our mystery?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from elite... I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck...
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a Nodcryan Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log.
Oh.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our mystery ally keeps showing up when we most need them. Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to... But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, but is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari, Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So...
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rarir. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united...
What if there was a way to tap into...
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The eternal moon was the largest. The frost moon was the brightest. And the iridescent moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power. Enough to shape the workings of the world itself. I now bear the frost moon's power, and the eternal moon's marrow resides within the traveler.
Hold on. Are you suggesting...
The iridescent moon. The last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the iridescent moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much more quickly.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate...
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible.
I know a way, but...
Was saying we need to involve Marionette?
Yes.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted.
Then that's settled. Next up, our as you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his wild hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for... People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises... The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause.
It's true. If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nock...
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
Ah, she heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble...
Details. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rarier. Given this, we can't do this without the Curatorium. But I knew it'd be a tough...
Wait a sec. How did you Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a cop...
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one...
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's...
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Well, this certainly qualifies as an
So you're just going to sit...
Why should I get involved?
What if we told you?
Oh? Then I'd say, you'd better make it work.
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But if you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider that...
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a moon chanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start...
Boss, just a thought. If they come up... Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rarier. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. If there's any way we...
This is why I'm always telling you never accept fate. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yehoda. Flins. That fragment that Rarier was...
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on...
Wait! You actually...
Shh. This is...
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. Plus, I know we can... And that brings me to the third and final item. I'm in for this part, no matter what.
Count me in.
Come off it, you two! Quip, I'm way ahead of you here. Nefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some once they're ready. We'll deploy the decoys across Nogcry. So as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent.
I like it.
No biggie.
All right then. Once your team has finished their mission, we're
Lady Damselette. Wait. And you two? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously pressed.
You really think that's...
We're not looking for any trouble.
Do I need to remind you that you're still out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up?
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to...
No.
Sandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Colin Bean.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the...
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What?
Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nodcry?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and...
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him... Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to...
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of
I bet you served them the worst tea you have.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to... First Rosaline, now you? I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than a multi-centenarian goddess, who's only...
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time.
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my... Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia. Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia! Have Favronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time...
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have...
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of... The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, I get why you left. And frankly,
I have no interest. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might...
Guess...
that might be your plan. But it's...
Huh? What?
Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt. A horde...
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
Huh. You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think... Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not flagged as friend. Don't tell me what to do! Stare all you want, Columbina.
I know.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. Come on then, Mr. Ray here. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful...
Where did she go?
Hey! Over here!
Curse it. Moon, go. Keep searching. She kept...
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past?
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from what you're used to.
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss always said it was off limit. Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And that nice shopkeeper who sold...
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned.
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've never faced Rarir myself. But from what you've... I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should...
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets.
Once I take a job, and also how to make sure death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the...
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death.
For once, I agree with you. When you're up against a foe like... Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind.
Eh?
That shady merchant who sold you an...
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Quit grabbing me. I genuinely can't run any further.
Hey.
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening, she could have completely snapped at us. But in...
Dori Sangama Bay? I never...
If you want to make it big in Nodcry, it's all about connections. Lady Nefer just... It was back when I first arrived in Nodcry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp. And wouldn't you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing, plus any other friends you send my way, will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay is nothing if not generous. So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble?
You guessed correctly.
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack? At the very least, I need to know what kind...
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring it...
Is that so? Then we really are talking top shelf.
You're...
a powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, if you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here. Can't say exactly how long that...
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered...
Of course not! I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No?
Let's just say I'm borrowing it. Oh, favors are the worst kind of debt to owe.
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1 million mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all.
See you later!
Excellent. Everything is after initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. So remember, don't be Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be Conrian. Simple furnishings, table and chairs. It's a more ordinary house than I might have expected. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari, unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Anyway.
Hi, River. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone... P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few tea...
They didn't sign their name, but they must have...
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about other things. But if he invites me again...
The Lindis. That's the sick...
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground, so it doesn't get much sunlight? That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have...
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it?
Making a big purchase. He really is a professional. Despite what he's become, it seems like he's... Did Rary rip it out?
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was not the burial place of a fallen moon. It was you who helped me see that my heart...
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. Why would he go to the burial place of a fallen moon?
Reverie! Dane! Oh, and, Vedelson here? What a surprise to see you here.
Hello there, Rerir. You need not address me so formally outside of court.
He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every now and then, right?
So, what...
Hey, don't look at me.
Come on, don't give us that.
Who does...
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and...
Yeah.
So, Are you planning to come clean about your job then?
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story.
Of course he does. Anyway...
Me? Same old, nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Ved?
It's nothing.
Vedifulnir. Daneslif's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court, and yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or just another of the Vinster King's? Why did he react so strongly? Was...
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So perfectly normal. As frightening as this monster is in the present.
Felindis? You're back early?
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got up. Aw, why the long face?
Went for a drink with Dane and the other.
Isn't that a...
Vedifulnir showed up today, too.
Ah, Mr. Vedifulnir. Yes, I've heard of him.
He overheard Daneslif mention that I'd recently proposed, and seemed to have an...
So, you're worried? We're nobodies. Why would the visionary be I'm sure someone in his position... You worry too much, Revier. We've been together for ages now, and every...
So, you...
Like I said, I need some time.
All right. Nobodies. Sounds about right. Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, meanwhile, every idea they... affects everything. These days, the king is lost in his research, and the purge of the Crimson Moon blood. The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Felindis? There's no reason we can't keep...
See? You just need to stay pot. I can feel your warmth. Just seeing you makes... That's better. Getting caught up about things like this...
You go ahead.
Even busier than the...
Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain.
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I... Besides, they're too complete...
All right. Why not?
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancé to know about his other life. Then again, who'd have thought we were... Let's dig a little...
Our last operation was a resounding success. And all thanks to you, Rey Hero.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, The all-seeing Vinster King now guides our nation on the path to prosperity. Conria has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those...
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance, and many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens...
You still haven't told her what you really do.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the King's hand-picked executioners?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify direct descendants of the... Someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in particular.
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. Take care, Rayhir of Solnari. I look forward to toasting.
Thanks, Thorkel. Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. The Moonlit Dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet could that be why Vedalfnir held back? I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens.
Rayhir seems to be very... Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. Should I try somewhere else?
So, he's late after all. Are you waiting for someone, ma'am?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. But...
for someone so young...
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes.
You're...
May we have a word in...
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of our kind have fallen lately. Not long ago, the Rayhir of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds. We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me that.
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got a his name is Rayhir, and he claims to be...
What?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a...
Why are you...
Simple.
How strange. Rayhir was nowhere to be seen. Rayhir couldn't possibly know what happened if he... Why would her memories appear in... The ceremony won't last much longer.
So that was your doing? Did you just pull us inside?
Any more questions, and I'll have...
I had no idea you... I gotta admit, though...
I'm just as curious as you are. But the ceremony only allows for Luckily, we managed to learn...
So far, so good. Especially the group with the Traveler. Their mission...
If you're worried about them, go see how...
If I know Boss, she's gonna need some time...
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly... Oh, that's never... If they spot us, they'll run straight back... Oh. Quick, hide! We almost got spotted! Phew! That was a close call. Watch out! They're coming this way! Keep going. We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle. Oh, there's no end to these things!
Sandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina. The old you would never have let such low... Freedom comes at a heavy price, doesn't it?
It's Arlecchino! You came!
Hello again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
It's been a while.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari. Ugh, whatever. He sure doesn't pull his...
Excuse me, do you need...
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Wait a minute.
Hello, Miss Sandrone. Father sent us over to help.
Huh. How can... Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machine. Nearly every machine that cat girl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her on clean...
Then let's start downstairs.
You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it your...
Bow your head.
Settle down.
Yahoo!
Bring it!
Silence!
Let's play! Brace yourselves.
Bow your head. Be sanctified. It's a relief to see you all made it back.
Huh? Feels like there's...
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Aino and Anefa to set up the...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you up.
I see. But first, who do we have here?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes. Where have I seen them before? Wait.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers.
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nodcry, and yet...
Oh, the feeling's mutual.
A Fatui Harbinger.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon god...
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Varka. Yet, things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things... Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. We have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry. But
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But that's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow. Anyway, what else is on the agenda?
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the...
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that...
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon?
Mm-hmm. In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse, and a whole bunch of other stuff from the time of Conria.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian. Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection. But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed, hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it, and how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secret. In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as... What's the matter?
Verfnir, Vreindaughter, Flinders, Flinders.
Interesting.
Well, she was a researcher at the University.
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contained...
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, the Lindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't...
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure-blood Oh yeah! Just like how it was with the captain.
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Rerir...
It's possible. But it would take a miracle. That merchant who never knows. Dori Sangama Bay.
All right, then. Let's keep working in our... Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino. As for the other...
On the way over here, I noticed that the Wild Hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger too. So I'm thinking of gathering together.
I'll head back to the Curatorium and meet up with the boss.
Feels good knowing we've all got... Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. I'll hold the fort for now. Then discuss our next move with Flints, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
All right then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything...
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. Just do your thing. I decided to call in some... Stay safe, everyone.
We're back. Did we get here a little...
A tad late. The others have already set off. Everything going smooth?
Not great. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right! Anefa, could you fill in...
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Amsvartnir, but according to Flintz's intel, several outbreaks of... That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength.
Flintz, With everything that's been happening, I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective. And Effa and I will head back over to Amsfartnir to see if there's anything...
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal's a deal. Not
database updated. Reliability.
What?
They were betting on how you'd respond.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it?
We already decided that Ineffa should go investigate the situation over at Amsfartnir on her own. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides...
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment.
Here, this will serve.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us all, we still haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here.
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds Flames.
Huh? Are you serious?
Your surprise is understandable. But the more I thought about it... When I was young, I discovered I could wield a very special kind of... What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power... Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse. But once I became a harbinger, together with my own investigations, over the past few years, there are... For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption. You all understand the nature of the Abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for...
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart...
Yes. And that's the reason I'm always careful not... Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else?
Paimon has a question! So, the Crimson Moon that the Carians used, does that mean that... the Carians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost...
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the Abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the Abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a descent... Still... Even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never...
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar when I looked at you. I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Anyway, time is against us here, so I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letters, Sandrone mentioned that since you are on...
That's right. For now, the iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession...
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
When I first became a Harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Paranhari, also known as Leobranto Inamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story, set in the Crimson Moon era. But setting aside the tangled rope, in the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world, and subjected them to a...
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died? Did you see it?" Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon. The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, "Within the fireplace, the book leaves much unsaid." But I suspect that this was their way of branding the children.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed to—
But there's no fireplace here! Do you see a chimney anywhere?
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames. Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, in short, I can open a path. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open. So I won't be able to come. Very well. Then
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you— Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms, by fire severed, by fire renewed, I offer myself now and beseech your descent. One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what—
Got it!
I sense a sinister gloom inside. I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed.
Bring it!
I sense your presence, and craving death and rebirth. Wait, why are you? You have crossed over from another world, transcendent fate itself. I have no right to.
Hey! Look up at the sky! A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss?
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like—
Careful! There's... I'm on... By the way, Alambina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon up there looks pretty whole to Paimon. How is that possible?
easy. This should be fun! Surprise baptism! Into the void! Merciless.
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
You're exposed!
Strike a pose!
West Wind, carry me! Let's stir things up! This should be fun! Another star goes out! Fearless.
Time to shine! The show...
Grant us your blessing!
Surprise baptism!
Into the void! Fearless.
Huh? Huh? For real?
No. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird... Wait, see that? Oh. Looks like a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's name, and they left this behind. Oh, if we could activate it, we might find some clues. Look at that! You think these mechanisms...
Thalindus, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Mind your own business.
Thalindus? Is that Rear's girlfriend? Oh, yeah!
The Abyss has made this space. Maybe that's why some of the things she said and did were preserved here. Like...
Whenever I see this view... Waning moon, oh lifeless damsel, weeping on the mount. For me, of all people, to be here investigating the... Merciless.
Looks like the Abyss has messed up this mechanism. We need to find a way to get it working again. Let's see if there are any other devices nearby.
Let my name echo in song! May I present...
Thus saith the animal archer! Hear my prayer! Blink! Paradigm shift!
Merciless.
Do your worst!
So the moon marrow, or rather the power of the 3 moons, is the key to unlocking... If it really does exist, then... Merciless. With the Abyss inhibitors in place, oh, Revier, with every step you take, you're drifting further from what you truly desire. But you're not the root of the problem. If only I could get my hands on that outsider.
Hey look! The moon's reflection is back to normal! Elendis' voice mentioned a chamber with the moon.
It must be.
Then there's no time to lose!
Merciless.
These things are so creepy! Looks like we'll have to destroy them if we want to get to the iridescent moon's marrow!
You're exposed!
That must be the iridescent moon's marrow! Oh, we'll need to destroy these things before we can reach it!
Time for takeoff. Here we go.
Hear the echoes of the valley! Bring it!
Silence! Settle down!
Let's play! Think you can get away? Time to shine!
We're so close!
Bow your head.
Let the mountain's veins boil! Bring it!
The show begins! Brace yourself!
the tides beckon.
Let's play!
Settle down!
May I present?
Silence!
The iridescent moon's marrow. Still, if we can purify the abyssal power within, we should... And so... Is it you?
Huh?
At long last. I can see. I'm sorry. I lied to you. Even knowing what was the moment the moon shattered, my body began to split apart piece by piece. Like I was being cut into pieces. But tell me, what was it that brought you to us all that time ago? You look so puzzled. But trust me when I say...
What was that all about? It sounded like she was speaking to a long-lost friend.
Perhaps. She took me for the goddess of the frost moon. For a fading soul like hers, our auras must be...
But anyway, we've got the iridescent moon. All right. That's odd. This place looks different than when we came in.
Waning moon.
Huh?
Oh, lifeless damsel.
Oh. Hurry! The place is collapsing!
It wants to trap us here.
Who's it? The abyss?
Now we've taken the moon marrow. All that's left here is a dark will. It will show us no mercy. Give it back! The crimson moons! My marrow! My heart!
Finally! Huh? Oh no! The exit's blocked! They're back! Now what do we do?
This is where you fall. Witness my rise.
Hey,
What are you waiting for?
Oh, is that you, Arlen? Wait, your hands!
Oh, this? Don't worry. It's a small price to pay. The Abyss wanted to trap you inside, and I defied its will by bringing you out. No wonder it's a little angry. No. I have paid the price, albeit a small one, and it cannot be undone.
Oh,
As much as I'd like to call it a favor, the truth is, I was simply...
Yes, you did your part. And as promised, I will leave the iridescent moon's marrow in your care. From this day forth, may the two worlds' flames burn ever more brightly.
I'll take that as a blessing. Now, Feeling stronger?
Hey, Columbina!
I'm fine.
By the Frost Moon's authority alone, wielding the power of the other moons was always going to be a stretch. Still,
It's still not enough. Just one more ray of moonlight. It's okay.
how about now?
At the very least, I want to see him gone from Not Cry.
Well, when I first met you, you didn't strike me as a ray of moonlight. More like a wisp of... But now, you're...
Thank you. Look after... But whatever you're after, don't let the Abyss take a hold of you.
I appreciate the concern, Columbina.
A new name.
Kutar, the Moon Maiden, Columbina. They're nothing more than code names. We often use code names in the House of the Hearth, too. But it's knowing your real name that keeps you grounded. All I'll say is this. All right.
You're the best!
I appreciate...
It was a close call, but we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength, and that's all that matters. In other words, mission accomplished. Paimon wonders how everyone else is doing.